sketch the graphs for y is equals to mod x, y is equals to mod x by x, and y is equals to signature of x. Okay, you just have a look. See, y is equals to mod x. To sketch the graphs, always we are making a table for different values of x. We are identifying different values for y. So for suppose here, if say x is equals to minus 1, then what to say about modulus of minus 1? We know it as 1, right? And if x is equals to minus 2, modulus of minus 2 is again 2, right? And if x is equals to 0, modulus of 0 is 0. If x is equals to 1, modulus of 1 is 1. If x is equals to 2, modulus of 2 is 2. Like that, we need to locate the points corresponding to x and y. So x0, y0 here. So you just take 1, 2, 3, okay. So x1, y1, x2, y2, x minus 1, y minus 1, x minus 2, y minus 2. Like that we need to continue x0, y0, one point here also. And always you just identify modulus of x is always greater than or equals to 0. We know it. Modulus of x is simply nothing but y here. So this y is always greater than or equals to 0. Since y is greater than or equals to 0, the graph completely lies in the positive side of y-axis, not in the negative side of y-axis. So the graph lies above the x-axis, right? So if you join all these points, the sketch of that mod x is usually of the form like this, okay? It looks like V shape actually. And it is exactly symmetrical in both sides of that y-axis, okay? In this direction, it is exactly symmetrical, and the graph shape is just like V shape, okay? Just like this V shape. But whereas in the last class we discussed about the graph of y is equals to x square. See, if you sketch the graph of y is equals to x square, the graph of y is equals to x square also symmetrical, and it is of U shape, okay? It is of the curve form, but it is exactly a straight line, okay? See, you just observe it. This is just a straight line which is passing through these points, okay? This is just a straight line. So the graph of mod x is in the V shape, whereas the graph of y is equals to x square it is of the form U shape, okay? Why? Because if x is equals to minus 2, mod x is 2 only. But whereas here, if x is equals to minus 2, x square is 4. If x is equals to 2, again x square is 4. That means for x is equals to 2 and for x is equals to minus 2, the point must be at the same height from the x-axis. And that's why the graph is symmetrical. Whereas the graph is symmetrical for both mod x and x square. Here we are just concentrating on mod x. The graph of mod x is just like V shape, okay? Okay, it is exactly V, okay? If you look, it may be curve, okay? You just draw an exact straight line. It is an exact V shape actually, the graph of mod x, okay? Right. That's the graph of mod x. And the next thing is the graph of mod x by x. See what to say about the graph of mod x by x. Okay, I am erasing this and I am going to sketch the graph for mod x by x. I think you all aware about the mod x by x value. If x is positive, modulus of x is x, whereas if x is negative, modulus of x is minus x. So if you take positive numbers in the place of x, x by x will give us 1. If you take negative values in the place of x, minus x by x will give us minus 1. But at 0, the value is not defined. We know the definition of mod x by x, okay? Mod x by x is equals to 1 if x is greater than 0. And this is not defined at x is equals to 0. And this is equals to minus 1 if x is less than 0. With this idea, if you sketch the graph, for every number which is positive, the y value, the mod x by x value is always 1. So, if this is the coordinate system, okay, and these are the positive values for x and these are the negative values for x, this is origin. So, you have 1 at this point, minus 1 at this point. And if you wish to sketch the graph for this, for positive values of x, the graph is at 1. For every positive value of x, the graph is at 1. So the graph looks like this. It goes on. Whereas for negative values, the graph is at minus 1. So the graph looks like this. It goes on. Whereas, see, at x is equals to 0, the graph is not defined. And that's why you need to take here an open circle at this point. Okay, here also an open circle at this point. We don't have graph exactly at x is equals to 0, but if x is greater than 0, the graph goes on like that. But x is equals to 0, it is not defined, and that's why no point. But whereas coming to the signature function of x, signature function of x has special definition, that signature function of x also, which is nothing but mod x by x only. Okay, the signature function of x is defined like this: mod x by x if x not equals to 0 and it is equals to 0 if x is equals to 0 is the definition for the signature function of x. Basically, if x is equals to 0, mod 0 by 0 is meaningless, is not defined, and that's why specifically for signature function of x, if x is equals to 0, the function defines that the result is also 0. So for this function, if we wish to sketch the graph, again for positive values of x, since it is mod x by x, the value is 1. For negative values of x, since it is mod x by x, it is minus 1. But for x is equals to 0, the graph, this signature function says that the y value is also 0. Whereas in this case, it is not defined x is equals to 0. That's why if you take 1 here and if you take minus 1 here, then for the signature function of x, the graph is just like this. Okay, for positive region at 1, for negative region at minus 1, at x is equals to 0, the y value, signature function x value also 0. So at this point we have one location. Okay, so we need to indicate one dot at this 0 comma 0 and a ray for the positive values of x and another ray for the negative values of x. Just look like this is the graph for mod x by x and this is the graph for signature function of x. And before I explained you that the graph of mod x is always of the form V shape. Okay, we need to memorize in such a manner. This is the graph of modulus of x. Okay, just have a look. The next one is graphs for y is equal to step x and y is equals to fractional part of x, and now it is for step x. See, for step x, if you look, if we take a value for x, we will get the step value. But as per the definition of step x, if x is there in between 0 and 1, its step value is 0. If x is there in between 1 and 2, its step x value, which means the greatest integer functional value, is 1. If it is in between minus 1, 0, it is minus 1. If it is in between minus 2 and minus 1, it is minus 2, we know it. Okay. So when coming to sketching the graph, we need to observe this pattern of step x, this pattern of values for this step x. So if you look here, if the values are in between 1 and 2, you may take any value which is in between 1 and 2. So like 1.1, its step value is 1. 1.2, its step value is 2. Okay. At the point 1, what will be the step value? Okay. At the point 1, the step value is 1 itself. Okay. At 1, the step value is 1. And then if you take any value which is in between 1 and 2, again the step value is 1 itself. But at 2, the step value is not 1. So that's why you need to take here one open circle and here one closed circle. Okay. In between 1 and 2, the value is 1 only. Whereas coming for the values which are in between 2 and 3, you just take 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 or 2.41, any value like that. For all those values, the step value is 2 itself. For 2, the step value is 2 itself. But for 3, the step value is not 2. Since at 2, the step value is 2, you need to mark a closed circle at this 2, because at 2, the value is 2. That indication is that closed circle. And for every value which is in between 2 and 3, the answer is also 2. But at 3, we don't get 2, so make an open circle. At 3, the graph starts at 3 and it goes on like that. Okay. Whereas if you take a value which is in between 0 and 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, for all these values, the step value is 0 itself, right? Okay. And that's why, see here for 0, we need to fix a closed circle here, and the graph lies on this x-axis. At 1, we need to mark an open circle. Okay. And for the values which are in between minus 1 to 0, as we mentioned, take any x value which is in between minus 1 to 0, its step value is what? Still minus 1. So at minus 1, a closed circle, and the line at this point we will have open circle. and take any value which is in between -2 to -1, like this, -1.1, -1.5, -1.9. For all these values the step value is -2. Okay, at -2 also it is -2. Okay, we need to move on like this, but at -1 we need to choose a open circle. Again for -3 the value is -3, and for every value which is between -3 and -2 the value is -3 only. Okay, and again it continues like this. So if you look there, the graph is just in the shape of steps, right? Okay, since the graph is of steps format, we call this graph as step function, and we call the expression y is equals to this step x. Okay, square brackets of x is usually called as step x. As per the definition it is greatest integral function. Okay, as per the graph it is step function, and that's why the graph of y is equal to step x looks like this. Have a look. Okay, and then we need to sketch the graph for y is equals to fractional part of x. So the next one, 6b, is just graph for step fractional part of x. See, fractional part of x, it just indicates the decimal part of the given number. So if you take a number like 0.1, its fractional part is 0.1. For fractional part of 1.1, it is 0.1. For fractional part of 1.2, it is 0.2. See, for 1.2 it is 0.2. For 2.2 it is 0.2. For 3.2 again it is 0.2 only. Okay, so if you take any number, the fraction, see, irrespective of the integral value, just leave about the integral value, but the fractional value, if it is same, the result also same. So further what I am saying is, so here I have 1, right? So if I take 0, the fractional part is 0 itself. If we say 1, the fractional part is again 0. If we take 2, the fractional part is again 0. For 3 again the fractional part is 0. For -1 it is 0. And for -2 it is 0. For -3 again it is 0. Fractional part is 0 for the integral values. Okay. Now if you take any number which is in between 0 and 1, the fractional part again lies in between 0 and 1 itself, because the fractional part of 0.1 is 0.1, and for 0.4 it is 0.4 only. So in between this 0 and 1, the fractional part of x is just like what? X itself. What I am going to tell you is, if you observe something, yeah, if x is a number which is in between 0 and 1, fractional part of x is simply nothing but x itself. And another, this is one idea. In between 0 and 1, fractional part of x is x. And another idea is, fractional part of x is always in between 0 and 1, right? So if you sketch the graph for any value of x, the fractional part of x, since it is in between 0 and 1, the graph surely lies in this particular region. So at first, if x is in between 0 and 1, fractional part of x is x itself. For 0 it is 0, for 1 it is 0, but in between 0 to 1, it looks like the graph of y is equals to x, but at 1 we need to take a open circle. And again in between 1 and 2, the same possibility will happen, because as we discussed, for 0.1 and for 1.1 same result, for 0.2, 1.2 same result. So if you move from 0 to 1, the graph looks like this. Again if you move from 1 to 2, the graph looks the same pattern. Okay, again if you move from 2 to 3, the graph looks in the same pattern. So if you move from -1 to 0, if you move from -2 to -1, if you move from -3 to -2, okay, actually all these are of the same length and same incline to the x-axis. Okay, they will make same angle to the x-axis. They are of the same length. Okay, just we are drawing with the pen, right? Maybe there is some difference with the inclination, but exactly the graph is same in all the regions between two consecutive integers. Just have a look. This is the graph for the fractional part of x. In 7th point, we are going to observe some basic graphical transformations, and I am going to discuss those graphical transformations with the help of the known graph mod x. So we know the graph where y is equals to mod x, and that the graph of y is equal to mod x is an exact V shape, which has the vertex at excuse me right, which has the vertex at the origin 0, 0. And now we are going to sketch the graph where y is equals to mod x plus 2. Okay, and just look there, mod x plus 2, mod x minus 2, 2x, mod x plus 2, mod x minus 2. I have different graphs, and we need to sketch each and everything, and we need to compare these graphs with the y is equals to mod x. See, if you wish to sketch this, take different values in the place of x and mark them. Okay, if x is 0, the value of y is 2. This is one particular point. If x is 1, okay, if x is 0, modulus of 2, that is 2. Okay, if x is 1, what will happen? If x is 1, the value is at 3. Take x in the place of 1, okay, it is 3. And if it is minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, so the graph is at this point. If x is equals to minus 2 plus 2 is 0, this is the point. If x is equals to minus 3 plus 2 is again minus 1, this is the point. If you take x is equals to minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2, and it is at again 2. So if you sketch the graph will be like this. Okay, approximately. See, it is again of the V shape only, right? The same graph for the y is equal to mod x, the same shape as y is equals to mod x, but y is equals to mod x has vertex at 0, 0, but this y is equals to mod x plus 2 has vertex at minus 2. That in the sense, actually the same graph will locate here, okay? If I draw y is equals to mod x in the same graph, y is equals to mod x will be like this. If you move this y is equal to mod x by 2 units left side, you will get the graph for y is equals to mod x plus 2. That observation we need to do. This is the graph for y is equal to mod x, the green color part. If you move this green color part by 2 units, then you will get the graph for y is equals to mod x plus 2. So here the observation what we get it is the graph of y is equal to mod x plus 2. We need to move 2 units left side. Okay, right. Move 2 units left side. Taking the graph of y is equal to mod x, if you move 2 units left, you will get the graph for y is equals to mod x plus 2. That's the observation what we did from y is equals to mod x plus 2. And now the next graph is just y is equals to mod x minus 2. Just as we discussed with this mod x plus 2, now if you are thinking about mod x minus 2, here we need to move 2 units rightward actually, okay? But you just take some values first and then try to sketch the graph for y is equals to mod x minus 2. Okay, just look here. If x is equals to 0, modulus of 0 minus 2, modulus of minus 2, it is 2. So 1, 2, this is 1 point. If x is equals to 1, 1 minus 2, minus 1, and that is 1. So this is one particular point. If x is equals to 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. This is 1 point. If x is equals to 3, 3 minus 2, 1. Again, x3, y1. This is the point. And then if x is equals to 4, replace x with 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. x4, y2. This is the point. So likewise, you will get all the points. And if you join all those points, the graph just looks like this. Just we are sketching rough graph. So sometimes maybe the point may be somewhat slight. It's not an exact position, approximate position, right? So the graph is again of the form V shape only. So if you observe this mod x and this graph, the mod x is just like this, we know it, right? And if you move the graph of mod x by 2 units rightward, then you will get the graph for this y is equals to mod x minus 2. That idea, that observation we need to note, okay? Here the observation is to get the graph of y is equals to mod x minus 2, we need to move 2 units right by taking the graph of y is equals to mod x. That's the observation, okay? And the next thing is y is equals to modulus of 2x. Then think about it, how the graph changes when compared with the y is equals to mod x. So the only way we have now to sketch the graph is just by taking different values in the place of x. See, now our target is on y is equals to modulus of 2x. Just think about it. See, if x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, that's the point, no problem. Okay? Yeah, we know that this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is minus 1, this is minus 2. Okay, again we have 1 and 2. Just look there. First, for your convenience, first I will sketch the graph for y is equals to mod x. 1, 1, 2 2, 1 1, 2 2. So this is the graph where y is equals to mod x. And now we are going to sketch the graph where y is equal to mod 2x. If x is equals to 2, y is equals to 0, 2, if x 0, y also 0 at that one point. If x minus 1 by 2, you just think about it. If x minus 1 by 2, what you say about modulus of 2 into 1 by 2? It is 1, right? At minus 1 by 2, you will have 1. At 1, you will get 2 only, right? Okay. At the same time, if you have minus 1 by 2, your answer is 1. At minus 1, you will get 2. Now, if you sketch the graph is like this. It is again of the shape, V shape only, but if you think it, see, it must compressed, okay? See, when you think about the graph of mod x, this green color path is the graph of mod x, whereas this red color path is the graph of y is equals to mod 2x. So, to get the graph of y is equals to mod 2x, it gets compressed actually when compared with the y is equals to mod x, and it is compressed by a length of 2 units. Actually, if you look there, yeah, y is equal 1 1, this is 1, 1 1, this is 1. If you observe this total length, this the length here, this total length is 2 units, whereas this total length is what? Minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. This is 1 only, right? This total length is 2 units and this total length is just 1 unit. That in the sense the graph just gets compressed by half, okay, or in the sense actual length when divided by 2, it gets compressed. So we need to identify that the graph of y is equal to mod 2x is just a compressed version for the graph of y is equal to mod x. That's what we need to observe, okay? It's just a compressed version, okay? Right. Then you just think about the graph of y is equals to mod x plus 2. Then to observe the graph of y is equal to mod x plus 2, again the one and only one way is to sketch the graph by taking different values. You just take different values in the place of x. Now we are going to sketch the graph where y is equals to mod x plus 2. If x is equals to 0, again the value is at 2. If x is equals to 1, see modulus of 1 plus 2, the value is at 3 only, okay? If x is equals to minus 1, see modulus of minus 1 is what? Modulus of minus 1 is 1 and that 1 plus 2 is 3. So for minus 1 again it is 3, okay? Right. And then if x is equals to, you just take 2. If x is equals to 2, the value is 4. If x is equals to minus 2, again the value is at 4. If you observe, this is the graph of y is equals to mod x plus 2. Okay? But what is the graph of y is equals to mod x? We know that the graph of y is equal to mod x is this. See, if you look, two graphs are same, but this graph of y is equal to mod x plus 2, we just get it by moving the graph of y is equal to mod x 2 units upward. Okay, we need to observe that thing here. Okay, so y is equal to mod x plus 2. We get it? You just move 2 units upward. And in the same way, if you sketch for the graph of y is equal to mod x plus 2, it is very easy to observe that we need to move 2 units downward. Okay, just observe it. For this y is equal to mod x plus 2, we need to move 2 units left. For this y is equals to mod x minus 2, we need to move 2 units right. And for y is equals to mod x plus 2, mod x plus 2, okay? Outside of that mod we have plus 2. We need to move 2 units upward, and here we need to move 2 units downward. Whereas for these type of cases, we need to compress the graph, okay? So that's the basic graphical transformations. With all this idea, now I will generalize one possibility, okay? You just look there. The general possibility is simply nothing but if you have a graph for y is equals to f of x. So generalization is nothing but if I have a graph for y is equals to f of x. If you wish to sketch the graph for y is equals to f of x plus k, you just think about it. In the modulus I have x plus 2, right? So in the function I need to replace x with k. So to get this, we need to move k units, just like this. We need to move k units left. Take the graph of y is equal to f of x and move it k units leftward. You will get the graph for y is equals to f of x plus k. And if you need the graph of y is equals to x minus k, we need to move k units right. Whereas if you wish to locate the graph for y is equals to f of x plus k, outside of the function we have plus k, just like mod x plus 2. In this case, we need to move k units upward. It's a general case, okay? When you have a graph of f of x minus k, we need to move k units downward. See, these are the general observations by taking any graph. You just take any graph y is equal to f of x, and if you just take plus k or minus k inside, you need to move left and right. If you wish add plus k and minus k out of that function, you need to move up and down. These are the general observations. These are the basic graphical transformations. And to identify this, we just took an example that y is equals to mod x. That's it. If you have one graph related to like this mod x, then in fact we have all these graphs we have. Okay, one graph is enough to observe the graphs of all these functions. Okay, whereas if you wish to sketch the graph for y is equals to f of kx, see, already we have a graph for y is equal to f of x, then the graph for f of kx is simply nothing but the compressed version of the original graph. Okay, if you have a original graph y is equals to f of x, with that easily we will sketch the graphs for all these functions. Have a look. This is something about the basic graphical transformations.